Somebody asked me, see that question, OSU, Ohio State wearing all white versus Oregon tomorrow. I didn't know that. You think it'd be Oregon wearing the white, right? I thought their colors, I thought they wore the white, but I guess Oregon's going with black tomorrow. I know, dude. I saw that video, the Harris campaign. He was like, "I'm a man. I simp for women. I'm a man." He's like, "I'm man enough to simp for women." I mean, that's basically what he said. And half of those dudes were like soy boys, man. Those dudes were soy boys. Dude, Dark MAGA, let me tell you, Dark MAGA is just starting out. This run Dark MAGA is gonna have is it's everything. This is like a 15-day run week. Actually, it's even longer. Until the election, man. It's gonna have a massive run. You can feel it. Finally got a notification. Yeah, the notifications never work, man. That happens with every YouTuber, unfortunately. What's the hype over Dark MAGA? You got to see the Elon Musk rally, man. Would you endorse Michigan for Trump to win the election? What do you mean, endorse the state of Michigan? If it meant Trump would win, absolutely. Dark MAGA is well, okay, I'll explain. Dark MAGA is just kind of a play off of like the Dark Brandon meme, the laser eyes meme that and they created one for Trump, and obviously with Biden really not being relevant anymore. So now it's dark, and now you got the Dark MAGA hat. It's pretty impressive, man. Dude, did you see Roger, did you see behind Trump? It looked like it was like he was going with a Dark MAGA background too. I tweeted about that. Oh yeah, my bracket in the 105th percentile. Those were some funny videos, man. Where's Elon campaigning next? That's a really good question. I don't know. I mean, I would imagine he's definitely gonna be at the Madison Square Garden rally, but I have no clue. From what I've heard, he's obviously I'm sure he's got a busy schedule, but I'm sure this is like the go time for the campaign and stuff. Maybe he'll be in California. I don't know, tomorrow. Trump's going to have the big Saturday rally tomorrow afternoon in California. But it is 8 o'clock Eastern, so... Is anyone going to the rally tomorrow, the Trump rally? Someone asked that. Will my channel get more views if Harris wins, since it's 4 years of daily and yeah, I don't really know how that works, honestly. Whether depending on who wins, I don't think it really matters to me, honest. Well, I mean, it matters. I hope Trump wins. I don't care, I think I'll get enough views either way, man. Why is Trump campaigning in California and Colorado? California. Well, listen, I think Trump wants more symbolic rallies. And California does have some very important House races, and Trump's going for the kill shot. The Aurora thing really wasn't much of a rally. It was more so he said he was going to go to the places that were affected by the Venezuelans and the Haitian migrants. So he said he was going to go to Aurora and Springfield, because Aurora had all their apartment complexes taken over by Venezuelan gangs, or like not all of them, but like a few. And so that's why he went to Colorado. And he's already out west, so now he's going to go do the California thing. Johnny, here's an idea. Have the Electoral College on the state level for state races like governors and Senate races. Each county gets a certain amount of electoral votes. That way one blue dot doesn't dictate the whole state. Yeah, well that's like ranked choice. I don't know, man. They're trying. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know if you guys have seen what they're trying to do to circumvent the Electoral College. It's like all these states are signing something because they know they can't sign a constitutional amendment. It'll never happen. You need 75%, 3/4. So they're trying to do this thing where like all these states agree, and if they get a certain amount of population, I don't think it's going to happen. But certainly there's going to be, dude, there are going to be people that there's going to be a huge push to eliminate the Electoral College if Trump wins but loses the popular vote. I mean, it's not going to matter, but I'm just saying there will be a huge, especially if he loses by like 2 points or more. We'll have to be at the rally at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, you're going to have to be. Dude, this wasn't even a rally. It was like this was barely even a rally in Aurora. Look, these people are out. This is the morning before. So this is like 6 a.m. The sun's not even up yet. These rallies are just crazy. I mean, I think it would be so symbolic if Trump tried to have like a massive rally, like bigger than any other rally ever. Alex Jones just said Trump leads by double digits in all battleground states. We've got his internals. He's really up by like 15, 20 points in all of Dude, I saw one of Alex Jones's. Wait, dude, you got to see this. Election betting expert Robert Barnes says Trump is going to win in a landslide. Well, it's solved. Dude, election betting expert. No, I mean, I agree, honestly. That's a legit expert, man. Yeah, Elon said that Rogan is going to be interviewing Trump. Of course, Elon comes through with the news. If the Electoral College is abolished, presidential candidates would simply go to liberal city camp. Yeah, I know. No, but it's so bad. But like, it's, you don't even have to take it that far. Just think about the cities that would have all the power. It's the shitholes. The cities where people are fleeing because the people in the cities don't know how to elect politicians. They're the ones that would have the power. I'm not kidding. All of the cities that are losing population are the biggest cities. Nobody, like look at LA, look at Chicago. They're all shitholes. I mean, not all of them. Don't get me wrong. You can still go to good parts of Chicago, trust me, but you were watching it. Election expert. How many people were at the Butler rally? Like 108K, I think. Who's more reliable, Laura Loomer or Benny Johnson? I mean, I would say Benny Johnson, but I mean, he just does reaction content. I don't think he really breaks news. What are internal polls? Well, they're supposed to be more accurate. Internal polls shouldn't be leaked, but they're like the campaign poll, the official campaign polls, because obviously the campaigns are going to be doing their own sets of polling. They're not just going to take what New York Times says. They're going to have their own people polling. They're supposedly more accurate, but they're not leaked. They normally never get leaked. Cuban has been silent recently. Cuban's irrelevant, man. He's irrelevant. Benny Johnson is clickbait. Yeah, dude. Listen, my chat just roast everyone. Honestly, I mean, no, I mean, I know those thumbnails are pretty crazy, man. Those thumbnails are pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Whoever edits his thumbnails. Jank is full Maga now. Dark Jank. Yeah, Jank is having a meltdown. He's starting to realize the grift. It's off the tracks a little bit. Hillary was so much better than Kamala. I agree. I think she ran a way better campaign. Kamala, to be fair, really, she didn't deserve this. So obviously it's going to be like, it's going to be hard for her to really do it. But even since coming in, Kamala hasn't done anything to really improve her standing. She was already up against it because she didn't win any primary, so people already view her as undeserving, but she's only compounded it because she won't do, I mean, you'd think she would be the one out campaigning everywhere, doing all these rallies. She doesn't do anything. She does a friggin' town hall and there's a teleprompter in front of her face. Cuban is a dollar store Musk. Yeah, Cuban's a total clown. Is Cuban more jealous of Trump or Elon? That's a real hard question. How about Dark MAGA? Yeah, dude, I'm holding Dark MAGA for a while. I'm just gonna keep holding it. It's gotta have a huge run, man. It's gonna have a huge run. Yeah, Bloomberg. Oh, did Bloomberg release polls? Please no, man. Trump ripping Whoopi Goldberg. I mean, I saw that. Are you talking about during the rally? I actually saw that when it was happening. Well, Hillary was just like a career politician as you could get, so she knew how to play the game. I guess Harris is kind of like that, but not nearly as seasoned. She doesn't have the Hillary had like the bitch energy, which actually is kind of a good thing that Harris doesn't have. It just Harris. It doesn't even feel like Harris is even like this feminist or anything. Like if you think of like a feminist, an in your face obnoxious woman, I think of like AOC. I really don't think Kamala Harris is that. How close do you live to Cincinnati? Not close, man. Marist and New York Times. I thought New York Times already released their polls recently. Christian, did you see that clip? Did you see that clip of Dave Packman? That dude's like, "Oh my god, I know exactly. These MAGA idiots don't have a clue on what tariffs are. They hurt American companies. Yeah, no shit. We don't want them producing their products in fucking Gloggendong. That's the point." It's like, "Oh my god, I'm a genius." Trump is the reason Michigan is a swing state. I think Jill Stein is helping in Michigan. Jill Stein is helping Trump in Michigan for sure. You go into liberal comment sections and all you see is people saying Trump is a felon, and apparently that's being appealed and it's probably not going to stick. Those felony charges are going to get taken away, I think, because it's already a joke anyways, but that felon tag never stuck. That's why they don't use it anymore. When's the last time they used that? Their actual campaign. Look, do you see Walz, have to try, and Michael Strahan even asked Walz, like, you wanted to eliminate the Electoral College, and he's like, well, that's not the campaign's position. It's embarrassing with these people. I mean, you see Walz has done 7 events. I mean, I've done more events than Walz at this point. This is sad. Tim Walz is a huge liability. Yeah, I know. It's getting. I mean, you can. They won't even. They're hiding him even more than Harris. They're at least starting to bring Harris out more. But Walz, I mean, he just doesn't do any. He doesn't do any rallies. Harris campaign released an ad on Jill Stein. Really? Yeah, that's when you know it's definitely hurting her. I think it's hurting her in Michigan the most. You think Tulsi or RFK Jr. could be Vance's VP? I mean, is RFK Jr. even a Republican though? I don't know. I mean, I know he endorsed Trump. Because RFK Jr. was I thought he was a Democrat like 5 months ago. He was running in the primaries, wasn't he? When are you gonna get interviewed? Uh, don't worry, guys. It'll be Joe Rogan. I'll be gonna be appearing on Joe Rogan Experience. That's my big announcement. Joe is like, let me fly you out in a private jet. I don't know when I would get interviewed by anyone. Yeah, Jill Stein is a blessing, dude. I didn't realize how close the race was in 2016 against Hillary and Jill Stein eating up a point and Trump winning by point 0.3. No wonder liberals were pissed. DeSantis versus Walz electoral map. I mean, it's like that's an impossible hypothetical because it's like, I mean, I would think DeSantis would get like 400 electoral votes, but it's an impossible hypothetical because they would never pick Walz, and it would be like, it's crazy that they're trying to make Walz the VP. Like he could be the president if something happened to Kamala. Like what in the hell, dude? Harris making two mistakes, not doing press conferences, not picking Shapiro. Yeah, she's made a lot of mistakes. The Shapiro pick is a big one. I know people say VPs don't matter, but Walz is such a buffoon. He inspires no confidence. He's almost like he's like a little hype boy. He's like a hype bitch. But he can't be a VP. Joe Jurgensen cost Trump in 2020. Well, I mean, to be fair, Trump, the country swung more left in 2020, but I mean, it was a very, very close race. You're going to the Cali event tomorrow. It's going to be packed. Do you know where the Cali event is? Is it outdoors somewhere like just, I don't know, in an open area? Like how many people do you think will go to that or how many people can go? Or is it in like an enclosed arena type thing? Have I ever been to the South? Just like in layovers, I would say. Like the actual, I think the South is like Georgia, Bama, Mississippi. That's the South. I don't think Florida is Florida the South. I mean, I guess, but it's kind of like its own thing. I mean, I've been to Florida. I've been to Sarasota, St. Petersburg a while ago. What is dark MAGA? It's like a meme. It's like Donald Trump. You seen the laser eyes? It's like a dark with the dark hat. It's just like a more authoritarian version. Coachella. I wonder how many people they can fit there. What if he gets 100K in Cali? What is this graphic about? It's about media appearances, campaign events. Sorry, not media appearances. Campaign events. Walz is at 7. Maybe he'll do it. Maybe he did enough. Did Walz do one tonight? He needs to add to his total. Probably not. Trump is racking up rallies. Yeah, Trump is doing a lot of rallies. Basically, one a night or like averaging like 5 a week. 5 out of every 7 days, he's doing a rally. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is very, very close right now in terms of polls. Any guesses on an October surprise? I don't really know, man. I mean, I think there might be something with the Iranian leak where they might find something about Trump and make it a big deal. That's the only thing because they released the JD Vance dossier and that was a nothing burger, of course. Whatever they release, it's going to be a nothing burger. Yeah, I went saltwater fishing a few times. I caught a baby shark off a pier, but that was when I was a lot younger, like when I was 12. I don't think Trump's doing a rally right now, man. He had the Aurora event. Yeah, everyone thinks that ticket is going to be Newsom Whitmer, so it probably won't be. It's too obvious. Yeah, that's like the most liberal ticket in the 2020s, Newsom Whitmer. Yeah. Although they're both white, I don't know. You think a fake AI Trump clip? Yeah, but if they do a fake AI clip, that you'll be able to figure that out, and that'll make them look worse. I don't think they would roll that out. I don't think they would roll out a fake clip because it would just make them look worse. I mean, Trump is speaking in Reno. I don't know. Should I go to it? I didn't even know he was speaking. I thought he was just doing the Aurora event. Trump's wait, is he doing a full fledged rally or is it just like a? Is it just like a press conference? Trump on JR. Yeah, but that's not what an October surprise is. Making an appearance on a show is not really an October surprise. It's more like a scandal thing or something nobody knew about a candidate or something like that. There might be an October surprise about Tim Walz. I don't know. We'll have to see. Bills or Jets? Where's that game being played? If it's being played in, I mean, the Bills have been tough recently, man. The Bills really screwed Josh Allen. They got no receivers. Are you the only one worried about Georgia? Well, I mean, Georgia. Listen, all the polls are really close. There's no denying they're all very close. All the polls are really close. It's a whole ass rally, really. I saw he was having a rally on Sunday in Prescott. Yeah. How hot is Arizona this time of year? What's an October surprise in the traditional sense? Like a scandal, like the Access Hollywood Trump thing. Do you like Trump's tariffs policies on imported good? I think generally it would help. It's almost like a rip the band-aid off thing. I mean, we have got to stop with the reliance on China, especially when China openly says they want to beat us. It's not good to have that reliance with the amount of stuff that gets produced in China and then shipped over here. We need to start making factories. And listen, it's obviously a very complex thing. It's going to cost a bit more money to make them over here, but there's also going to be competition in the United States. It's a free market, so yes, the prices may rise a little bit, but in general, they'll eventually fall because it is a market and someone's going to undercut someone else's prices. It's just the idea of having full blown. I mean, because dude, if you're mass producing something, you're going to make it in China because it's just fucking cheaper. And again, you mass produce it, you're going to make a lot of it. So every time you make something, if it's at a lower and lower and lower price, it's constant profit, and that's why they do it. There will be an election day surprise. Well, that really doesn't have much of an effect because everyone's already voting at that point if there's an election day surprise. Or are you talking about something affecting the voting? What impact do you think Trump rallies have in terms of votes added? Well, I mean, you could. It depends where the rally is. I think they help slightly. I think it's more of a symbolic thing for a campaign in terms of energy. and you get clips from them, and especially when you get the big crowds, it's more of a propaganda type thing. I think rallies are mainly propaganda. Like, you're able to just show people the movement. Like, that's what I think. That's why if I was like a campaign manager, I would want there to be American flags everywhere, and I would want everyone to be like situated properly and stuff, because you want to present it very well. And I would want like a massive rally. Like, if I was Trump, I would be like, I want 200K people, because we can, and because it's just unbelievable propaganda for a movement. Like, they cannot draw 200K. They just can't do it organically. Trump can. Yeah, I saw the Wall Street Journal polls. I don't know. It was weird data. I mean, every state is very close right now. Obviously, I don't think Trump's up by 6 in Nevada and losing Arizona. That's crazy. But I mean, if you get like 5 polls like that, then maybe I'll start believing it more. But the polls are just all over the place. It's like, can you give me a percentage of Trump pulling off New York, like winning New York? I would say 0% chance of winning New York, unfortunately. Yeah, dude, a rally in the sphere. Dude, and the sphere in the back is just an American flag. And Trump's up there speaking. That'd be pretty crazy. I wonder how much it would be to rent that out. I mean, I think the sphere seats like 17 or 18K. Depends if you have like some floor seating as well. You could probably get to like 18 or 19. I think Texas is going to beat Oklahoma tomorrow. Barely, though. I think Oklahoma will cover. Trump getting 150K? That would be crazy. In Cali? I mean, it's going to be a big rally. I know that, man. It's going to be a big rally. Even in Cali, that's why I go to California. It's pretty badass. Do you think Trump will lose Cali by 20? Yeah, I mean, that would be good for Trump because, what happened in 2020, he lost it by 27 or whatever. You cut into it by 7 points. Yeah, 19, or I would say like 22, honestly. But I mean, we'll see what happens with this rally. Also, there's very little polling from California, so you really can't get a 1,000% like good guesstimation. How confident are you that we are going to fill up Madison Square Garden? Well, no, I would say 100% they'll fill it up. Madison Square Garden only seats 19,000. I mean, it's not a lot. I would be very surprised if they didn't fill it up. I mean, they got 108K. They got, they're going to get well over, I'm sure, 30 or 40K tomorrow at least. Are betting markets more accurate than, I mean, betting markets, I would just say, I mean, yeah, betting markets overall are going to be slightly better than a singular poll, but you could argue like polls combined could be better than betting markets. I don't know. It's all a wash. Which current non-competitive states do you see becoming competitive over the next couple election cycles? Well, liberals will say Texas and Kansas. They're obsessed with Kansas for some reason. Missouri, they're obsessed with potentially flipping. I would say for liberals, it would be those states. It's Texas, Kansas, Missouri. For Republican, I mean, they would also say, well, we'll take Florida again, and I don't see that happening. Like, oh, they'll make Florida a swing state again. For Republicans, maybe New Jersey, maybe Oregon, although it's unlikely. Maybe New Mexico, Virginia. That's what you're looking at. But like, I guess for Republicans, you're trying to get New York more right. You're trying to get New Jersey more right. It would be great to get Virginia. I feel like Virginia could be a state. I mean, I feel like Republicans' best option right now is trying to do to the Rust Belt what they did to Ohio. Like, make it a Republican lean, especially if Texas becomes purple. I feel like the best thing they could do is I mean, because I feel like Republicans should be winning Wisconsin every election by like 9 points, dude. Like Wisconsin to me is, I know it's, they vote differently, but Wisconsin and Ohio to me are just similar. Pennsylvania, I think you could argue Pennsylvania might maybe a little bit more of a swing state, but the Rust Belt should be Republican, especially if Texas becomes purple. You have to make the Rust Belt Republican. And then you look at a New Jersey and a New York and a Virginia and a Minnesota. And obviously, I'd like them to secure Arizona as well. I think Arizona should be a Republican state. Want you all to think about the Muslim vote. Why would a religion who doesn't allow women to wear and reveal clothes vote for a woman that supports feminism? Well, yeah, I don't know if you saw my recent video on that. It looks like they're voting for Jill Stein in Michigan, although it's just one poll. We have no chance on Sunday. Congrats, Lions. You have already won. Congrats for beating us for the first time since 2013. What, Dallas? Yeah, Dallas faces Detroit. Dallas has had the Lions are good this year, though, although Dallas has been kind of disappointing. Dallas didn't sign a running back. I mean, they screwed themselves. Yeah, but I think a union member. Yes. Don't trust betting markets at all. On election night in 2016, they paid out all Hillary bets 8 hours prior to Trump. Dude, that's crazy. They paid out Hillary bets before the thing even started. You're from Australia. I don't know. You're from Australia, man. That's crazy. Yeah, Australia's got to be. It's got to be like 5 o'clock in the afternoon in Australia. I don't know, somewhere around there. Where's the DMAGA news? Well, let it cross. Let's let it cross 50 million, and then I'll do a video on it. Just let it cross. Just let it go. Just let it cross 50 million, dude. And then it crosses a billion. I'll retire. Do I think you have a chance? The Cowboys, dude. I think the Cowboys are they're totally one dimensional. They can't run. They're probably not gonna. No, they're probably not gonna win that game. Yeah, we have to be fair to the betting markets. Hillary was a massive favorite. She was a massive favorite, but you could argue, well, that's the betting market's fault. But I mean, she was up in every poll. This election is different in terms of the polls. Let's finish off the last 20 days. Yeah, it's coming down to the end, man. There's still a long 20 days left. You'll be happy hitting 2 cents. That's only 20 million, man. That's bullshit, bro. We got this coin endorsed by Elon Musk and Trump. This coin should be a lot higher than that. Remember, this coin hit 90 million back in the summer. Dude, the thing is, I think Elon is going to get Trump to wear a dark MAGA hat, and that's going to help too. It's just going to be a culmination of everything. Trump is scared of being shot down by a missile. Did he say that? No, I know he asked for extra security. Muslims honestly don't give a crap about their religion if they're going to vote for a woman either named Kamala or Stein. Well, yeah, I think it's a little bit different with their religion when living in the United States. What is one state that Trump could flip that people least expect? Well, I mean, it depends who you talk to, because you could say, well, Virginia, but I feel like everyone thinks that Trump could potentially eke out a victory in Virginia. I mean, a state that no one is talking about, like maybe Maine. Yeah, I saw the Trump interview on Flagrant. Trump came off really well. Just really down to earth, really relatable. He's doing a really good job with that stuff. This is a black pill, but the perfect October surprise for the Dems would be a failed assassination attempt on Kamala. Yeah, we got to call it. Nobody's going to try that. That would I think that would be a setup. There's no way. Why would a Republican try that? What brought me to Trump really is just the fact that I was 15, back in 2015 when Trump ran, and it was just I liked that he seemed like a leader, like a commander, he seemed like someone to be able to follow, like all the other politicians when you're younger like that, and like Scott Walker and Rubio, they just all look so weak. There's just something about Trump just commanding the room and just commanding everything, just like a total alpha, and just not holding back on anything, and talking about building a wall, and this like America First agenda. You had Republicans; they were all total rhinos at that point, just like the typical conservative. Trump planning to expose or prosecute a record. Yeah, I'm sure if they find something, they're looking at that. Depends on when they'll release it, though. Dems will plant illegal votes for Trump. That's an interesting theory. 2015, 2016 Trump era was magic. Yeah, it was. Dude, it was. You know what? And I know people say, well, this is nostalgia, but it's really not. It was just so much more simple. Now everything, it seems like a lot of this is because everyone is even more online than they were in 2015, 2016. But it's like there's just if you don't fit in with every little viewpoint, people will just say fuck you, and it's just like there's no coming together, because if you don't have the exact same mirroring viewpoint as everyone else, it's such an issue now. And it was just that it was never like that in 2015, 2016. It was just so much more simple. America needs to stop giving Israel trillions. They need to stop giving out. Well, that's very complicated. Foreign aid is a very complicated thing, because a lot of that is money that's already been committed because of ally. Look at NATO. We basically have to give that money if we're going to be in that pact. I guess actually we don't have to, because we control it, because we have the biggest military by far. But I wish it was as simple as saying just stop giving any of the money out. But then it's like, do you lose your influence? Does it make it even worse? Tensions in the Middle East if you do that? There's a lot of things that people don't think about that could negatively happen if you just go with a. I don't know. I forgot my train of thought. I'm sorry. I need to get back on track. Free January 6th hostages. That reminds me of that one skit that they did. Dude, I was laughing my ass off on that. Why didn't you upload NFL Week 6 predictions? I don't know, man. I think, it takes a lot to make those videos in terms of putting together that slideshow. So it was like, I don't know, man, with the election being this close, it's, I'm getting enough views from the election videos. A lot of it is like, I don't know, do I really want to make that? PTSD from 2020. That's the difference from 2016. What you mean, like 2020 through 2024, like the administration, the Biden Harris, or the election night you're talking about in 2020 with the votes, and the election night in 2020 was a total shit show. Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of pro-Trump flags in California. There's a ton of people that live in California. There's a lot of Trump supporters. Excluding the two assassination attempts, was 2016 or 2024 more crazy? Well, it's impossible. It's impossible for me to scale that 2016 versus 2024. I was 16 years old. I was 16 years old, and now I'm a bit older, so it's hard for me to say. Well, I mean, if I was like an actual adult during both cycles, but dude, you can't take away two assassination attempts. Like, it's hard to really say. Well, let's just put these aside and then compare the election cycles. I mean, you could argue maybe 2016 had a way better primary. It's not even close. How much of your focus right now is on political videos? Well, I mean, most of it. I mean, really, I just do a few like college football videos, NFL videos here and there. Went to bed election night 20. I went to bed probably at like 2:33 or something. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what happened. We went to bed. I mean, dude, the way they counted those votes was crazy. I never thought it would swing that much. I mean, when it was 60% in Pennsylvania and Trump was up by 16, I was like, there's no way they make up that much. It's almost like mathematically impossible. If you have 60% of the vote in and you're up by 16 points, I mean, come on. In Pennsylvania? Is Walz getting dumber and dumber by the day? That's what the Harris campaign is wondering. They keep having to put out statements saying that was a Walz quote. This is not what the Harris campaign believes. Ryan J. I was honestly shocked when Trump flipped Iowa in 2016. Like, Iowa's a red state from now on. Yeah, well, how about Iowa and Ohio? Go back to 2016. Ohio was an Obama state. Iowa, they said, was a swing state. They were talking about, what was it? I don't know, Missouri being a potential swing state in 2016. That's how crazy 2016 was during that cycle, because they said Trump was just so unlikable and it wasn't possible and he had no experience. Is it possible they're underestimating Kamala? Well, what do you mean who? Like me? I'm underestimating her, or the Trump campaign? I mean, underestimating her, we know what she is at this point. I mean, this is pathetic this is like the crunch time and she can barely do an interview. She can't even do a town hall without a teleprompter. I mean, this is what it is. I can't predict the price of DMAGA, man. You got to just let it go. DMAGA, Dark MAGA. It's a movement, man. Dude, I can't believe Dark MAGA. I can't believe Elon mentioned it, and now Trump's got a backdrop that's Dark MAGA. Are you kidding me? It's Dark MAGA. We'll do a Dark MAGA stream when it hits 100 million. But I think it's probably going to go higher than that. I think I'll be able to retire off of it at some point here within the next 3 weeks, because it's, you know how it works with crypto. It just goes bananas. But I'm in NASDAQ 420 now, that meme coin. It's like the next, you see this, what is this SPX coin? Crazy what happened to this SPX coin. These meme coins, they're out of control. Yeah, well, hopefully Trump says something about hopefully Trump has Elon tomorrow in California. That might be over 100K, they're saying. They're saying it's going to be another 100K rally. I've seen the light MAGA hats, the white hats. I've seen those. I've seen a lot of those as well. Can you make a polling channel? That's actually not a bad idea. That would be like a little thing that we would have for just where you drop polls. Yeah, that would probably be a good idea on my Discord. If any of my mods are watching, go ahead and make that channel on my Discord. Although I don't know. I don't know if any are. Any of my Discord mods, go ahead and make a polling channel. If Dark MAGA hits 3 cents in a week, so 30 million market cap, we're a Dark MAGA hat. Well, I don't have it yet. I don't have my Dark MAGA hat. Hopefully it's coming soon. I did order it like 4 days ago, but they said it might be delayed. Yeah, if Elon shows up in California, dude, but how about tomorrow? The Ohio State-Oregon game and the Trump rally happening at the same time? Oh, God. Oh, Lord. You're close enough in California to go to the rally, but yeah, you would have to get there at 5 a.m., dude. I'm not even. Well, you might be able to. You might be able to get in if you got there at like 7 or 8, but you'd be in the way back. Cook Political. Cook Political has been a disaster from what I've seen. They've had some real liberal. I mean, their poll's been off. Let's be honest. Don't even wear hats, but you had to buy the dark Yeah, the dark MAGA hat is just it's different. I mean, I'll wear it on stream if I get it soon, hopefully. Ryan J, if Kamala wins, she'll go after Musk and free speech with will she go after Musk and free speech with full force? Will people like us be banned from all social media? Well, I think it'll definitely be a problem with Elon where I mean, I don't know this for sure, but because X is so free, I would imagine there would be an argument. This is what they always do. You have to understand this when it comes to like taking away rights or limiting free speech. It's always gaslighting. They have to do something to an event has to happen or something has to happen for them to do it. So they'll blame it on safety. They'll say, well, you know, you can't have this. It's way too free. There's people making death threats. There's an event that happened because of X and you didn't stop this person on social media, so they did this and they inspired an attack or something. And so because we need to keep the public safe, we have to ban X or force the sale of X or make X demonetize it to where no advertisers can use it through the government. And so it's always through safety. They always say we're trying to keep you safe, so we have to take your rights away. That's what it always is. It'll be something where it's like it's not safe. You can't have this much freedom of speech. The misinformation got someone killed. We have to limit it to protect you. We have to limit your rights because we're trying to protect you. Because remember when they banned Trump, they couldn't even ban Trump off of social media until January 6th. They finally were given an out with January 6th to ban Trump. Finally. They were trying to do that for years. Yeah, she's like, I own a Glock. You live in a, yeah, well, I don't live in a small town now. Do a collab video with Rasmussen polling. I mean, remember when people, maybe I should talk to their lead pollster, Mark. Remember when people in my chat were pissed off at Rasmussen when they did have a poll that had Harris up by 6. I mean, they did legitimately, they did, but that was a daily poll. You were arguing a few hours ago with a YouTuber with 165K subs because he guessed Kamala was winning because of 538. Oh my God, man. How much of a noob are you if you're citing 538 for polling data? Oh, God. Lord help us. 538, huh? Oh, man. Even 538 has it basically as a toss-up now, by the way. Are you putting any money on Trump? No, I'm not personally. I just put money. I don't bet like that personally. Yeah, I do have Mogcoin, but not. I should have gotten more. Mogcoin ran a while ago, man. I mean, technically, I think it's still going to go to multi-billion, but it's. I mean, it's hard to invest into Mogcoin. I don't even know what market cap it's at, but it's probably over 100 million. I mean, it's pretty high already. Yeah, Mogcoin is going to do well, but again, it's like it's already pretty high. Could she pack the Supreme Court? Well, she's going to try, I'm sure. Trump said she wanted 25, I think. It's never going to happen. It's total crap. It's funny how they don't have control of the Supreme Court, and now they need 5 times the amount. Obama, bad policies, but good speaker. I mean, yeah, Obama's a good speaker. 538. Yeah, I do agree. I think ABC buying it really messed up that network as well, or messed up the website, because now it's like you could like it just doesn't even, the functionality of it doesn't even work as well. There will be chaos if North Carolina goes blue. Yeah, if North Carolina goes blue, Trump can still win. It would be pretty annoying if North Carolina went blue. That's for sure. Thoughts on Jeremiah Smith? He's crazy, man. He is a beast. There's no doubt about it. Do you think the polls are overestimating Trump? Well, the polls are all very, very, very close. It's not like they've got Trump up by 5 or 6 points in these swing states. They're all very close. So, no, I don't think they're overestimating him. They said Biden would pack the Supreme Court. Yeah, I feel like whenever the party that wins the presidency has the executive branch but doesn't have the majority, they always say they're going to pack it. Interview Willie Brown. That's that. Wait, didn't Willie Brown come out and like he likes Kamala? I think, or I don't know. Yeah, I saw the Babylon Bee satire January 6th thing. I don't know. I actually didn't see the entire thing. Yeppers. Why would you say yeppers in that? That just makes it's just so weird. The government's closing in. Yeah. Well, isn't that bad? Because I didn't break any laws. Tell me the law I broke. The Fatherland film. I just saw clips of it. I mean, he got the father and son got pretty. They got pretty physical. I just saw clips of it. So I didn't break any laws. Tell me the law I broke. Carrying a weapon on a federal ground. Thoughts in the turnout? Well, I think the 2020 turnout from the left had a lot to do with, you could say BLM, but also just like their initiatives with early voting and all the ballot harvesting. Like there was so much of that shit in 2020 that wasn't there in 2016 because of COVID. Like they had so much early voting in comparison. What polling would you like to see Trump at for them not to be able to rig this? Well, I mean, the polling, we don't know if the polling is going to be accurate or not, so it's hard for me to say Trump needs to be at here in terms of the polls that might be inaccurate. I mean, I would like to see Trump up comfortably, obviously, but you can never trust the polls. But like remember when Trump was up by like 5 or 6 in the swing states against Biden? That's where I'd like for Trump to be. Then it'd be basically a guarantee if he's up by like 4 or 5 in every poll, like he was against Biden before Biden dropped out. Biggest fear is that mainstream media pollsters corrected their models in wake of the. Well, I'm sure they at least adjusted them a little bit. They had to have adjusted them a little bit. Do you watch any MLB? I used to watch a lot of MLB. I still. I mean, I'll watch some of the playoffs. Yeah, I'll watch some of the playoffs. Will I ever do another Bumble Tinder update? No, man, I can't go on there. I can't go on those apps. Fuck that. Trump gonna win the popular vote by 6 points? You're high, bro. You're high. Well, Van Jones cries no matter what. No, really, no. If Harris wins, he'll cry. If Trump wins, he'll cry. It doesn't matter. I think Van Jones will cry before Reed. Reed might like have a total meltdown. Reed will be better to watch because she'll have just a total meltdown. Van Jones will he might be like, oh, the country's racist. I'm done. But Reed will be like, oh my God. There'll be fumes coming out of her ears. It'll be real bad. Do you smoke weed? No, I don't, man. I don't smoke anything like that anymore. Do you think they will challenge the results at the official counting of the electoral votes? I don't think. I mean, they would end up just looking bad if they did that. I mean, it's not going to get overturned or anything. You can let them look bad, I guess. I mean, I know there was something where like, oh, they're going to challenge it. Yeah, Sean, you better thank a union member. You better thank a union member. It's an all-time quote. She says that, and then the Teamsters don't endorse her for the first time since like the 80s. You better thank a union member. I was born in a small town. I was born in a small town. You got to hit a little bit of a different key on that the second rendition of it. Who's winning SSJ4? I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. You might be smoking weed. You're talking to me about smoking weed. The fuck are you talking about, bro? Halloween stream? Yeah, I'll go out and no, I can't trigger. I'll give out candy. I'll give out candy. We'll see if kids harass me. Kamala Latino accent. Yeah, she's just trolling us now with all these accents. She's got to be trolling us, man. Thoughts on the black insurrectionist threats for Walz? I don't know what you're talking about. Threats for Walz on X? The only thing I remember about Walz was that there was a rumor that I'm not even going to talk about it, but you're going as Tampon Tim for Halloween. It's going to be a hit costume. What am I doing election night? I'm be streaming, man. Gotta watch The View on November 6th. Yeah, they'll probably not even do a show. They'll probably be like, no, that'll be their biggest viewed show. They need to do it for sure. Did Jank really say brace for impact? He recorded I think he recorded a video on here, actually. I don't know if it was on here or I remember seeing it. Maybe it was, maybe someone just shared it.
Because new polls are out and it doesn't look good for Kamala. Because new polls are out and it doesn't look good for Kamala Harris. I have not been this worried in a long time. So we don't have a lot of time left. We have less than a month left, and she's now losing in almost all the swing states. So I'm going to go break down all the numbers for you guys. They don't look great. I'm going to give you what people in D.C. are saying, Democratic Party are saying, Republican pollsters, everyone across the board, how are the markets doing, et cetera. First, look, I'm telling you,
he does always say brace for impact. That's his finisher.
Not again to ha or whatever. I'm telling you because the pundits are almost always wrong. They never come back and tell you, oh yeah, we got it wrong, et cetera. They don't tell you oftentimes. In that context, let me tell you.
So it seems like Jank is setting up so when she loses, he can be this anti-establishment badass. And then if she wins, it's all right. So he's doing a little. I see what he's doing. I respect it. He's trying to be an anti-establishment badass, and Anna is already an independent at this point. I mean, they're. You can't stand the governor of Colorado. Well, you know, I heard Colorado got more liberal. There are a lot of people from Colorado. I heard the major cities are overpopulated at this point. Everyone's moving into like Boulder and Denver.
Kamala Harris. I have not been this worried in a long time.
We heard you the first time, Jank. They're all switching the can't. Yeah, well, Jank has always been like this anti-establishment. He tries to be anti-establishment, and I mean, it's very obvious they've ran a bad campaign. So it's like, you know, you've really got nothing to lose. I mean, Kamala making a comeback on Polymarket. Well, it ebbs and flows. I mean, Trump was never going to hold a 12-point lead like that. We knew it was gonna ebb and flow. Colorado is the fastest left trending state. Yeah, I could see that. Trump just ended in Reno. Wow, he must have had an early rally then, because it's only like 7 o'clock there. Have you heard more registration? Well, the registration has been really good for Republicans pretty much everywhere I've seen. The early voting is a lot harder to sift through because Republicans are going to do better with early voting, but it's because they should do better because there's different variables this cycle. So we don't really know how much of that is going to maintain or not. Do you think more teenagers should get into politics? I think teenagers shouldn't worry about politics, honestly, man. On that, yeah, I know who you're talking about, that streamer kid. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just like a streamer 12-year-old kid. I don't know. Show us what Jank said about. He said that the states were looking bad. I guess I don't know. Said that they were losing all the swing states. I thought we were gonna go a stream without the 13 keys. I guess not. We gotta mention the 13 keys. The 13 keys must come up. They need to be worshipped. When will the first major Democratic politician to distance themselves? Well, probably the most independent one, the least left wing one, probably. I mean, they'll all come out and they'll be like, you know, they'll all start bad mouthing her, I'm sure, when she loses. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna play. I gotta play some Black Ops, actually. I gotta get off. Who do I have winning the World Series? Who's running in 2028? Come on. All the usual suspects will run. Whitmer, Newsom. Well, I don't know about Republicans. It depends who wins in 24, obviously. That'll decide who runs in 28. No, I'm not playing I'm not playing Black Ops 6. I'm playing zombies, bro. Raging liberals having meltdown when Trump wins. Yeah, I'll probably make a video or something like that. What happened to the NFL picks? I didn't do them this week, man. I'm sorry. I think Trump's probably got an October surprise on Harris because Harris hasn't been through a general election as the main candidate. So there's gonna be something, I'm sure. Yankees versus Mets would be a great World Series. I heard the new Zombies was terrible, bro. It's the same bullshit. The new Zombies. This is why I can't play newer Zombies, man. I just play Black Ops 1 Zombies, honestly. PUBG, really? Come on. Benny Johnson thumbnail when Trump wins. I think the thumbnail would be just like, it would like explode. Like it would just be like the earth exploding. I mean, I can't even describe a Benny Johnson thumbnail if Trump wins. It would be like, they Warzone, they screw with the zombies, man. They just mess it up. They just continuously mess it up.